Jensen, what are the Guardians getting back in Khal Stephen, the young starting pitcher that they acquired from the Shane Bieber trade?
Yeah, you got to give something to get something, right? And the way that it looked at this offseason and the opportunity to have, Shane make the decision to want to come back here to Cleveland and rehab through a place that, he was grown and developed. I think that made a lot of sense just from the individual, let alone what the potential a return to form could look like. So, from that standpoint, it kind of stings because if you were in contention, you felt like this was a deadline deal to reinforce your starting rotation and, try and go for it here where we know that starting pitching is so expensive at the trade deadline. So a calculated risk for both sides, right? On the Toronto side, you're hoping that Shane Bieber continues what has been a very impressive rehab up into the big league club and be able to contribute meaningful innings down the stretch and what they hope is a ticket to the postseason and a long postseason run in Toronto. When you look at Steven coming back, a top 5 prospect, from the Blue Jays system, instantaneously going to be the top, if not the top pitching prospect for the Guardian system. It probably doesn't arrive until at the earliest sometime next year. If not then, maybe into 2027. So very par for the course here for this Cleveland front office to try and spin a risk into something that is not only going to have ROI for the future, but maybe the immediate future as well.
Old school thinking is you don't trade with division rivals. Do you have any problem with the Guardians dealing Paul Sewald to the Tigers up there in Detroit?
Not really, Chris. And to know that, again, it was a calculated risk in its own right to have Sewald here in this Cleveland bullpen for, what looked like just kind of a cup of coffee at certain stints. So, okay, he goes to Detroit. He's going to be a free agent, and at that point you try and get something back for a sellable asset. So no problem doing that. And again, par for the course for what this front office likes to do.